Greetings once again, people, and welcome to yet another episode of, well, I guess you could say Seekin' Shamblers. Yep, we're back with Seekin' Shamblers. Wasn't too long, was it? If you remember a very long time ago, we were talking about a particular level that was made, that Jim Lowell allegedly made that turned out not to be made by Jim Lowell. It was rather disappointing. This one should hopefully fix that, because this is a level made by Jim Lowell. This is actually one of the earliest maps that Jim Lowell made. Basically, it was a simple map he made to test THRED. And it actually comes to us from July of 1996. He actually dates this one as July 23rd of 1996. Though there's interestingly a map file from 717, so I'm not sure what that one's all about. I'm going to have to probably convert that one out, see if they're exactly the same, mess around with it, all that. But I think they'd be the same, so I'm not really sure what the difference is between them. Anyway, as said, this is a simple map. It's not playable at all. Just start it up and walk around. That's about all you could do. No deathmatch starts and no monsters. If you jump down the final chute, you can't get back up. You'll know it when you see it. So yeah, this is really just a very bare bones test level just to prove that this basically works with THRED. And then he gives a list of everything, and yeah, he says, pretty bad, isn't it? Everything is no. Single player, no. Cooperative, no. Deathmatch, no. Difficulty settings, no. New sounds, no. New graphics, no. New music, no. And demos replaced, none. There's absolutely nothing really to this level. It's just a bare bones test level. But it is one of the earliest levels made for THRED. In fact, it might be the earliest, I'm not sure. I've never seen anything this early. I didn't even know THRED really existed this early, so that's rather interesting to see. Actually, yes, Jim Lowell even says, this is the first map he made with THRED. He's only posting this because the guys on QuakeEd forced him to. So yeah, basically, this is the historical first level ever made for THRED. Rather interesting, to say the least. Anyway, this took about 10 hours to make, and other than that, there's really not much more to talk about. Like I said, this is a really bare bones test level, as would pretty much be expected from something like this. But, historically speaking, it is rather interesting to check out because, you know, THRED is one of the big editors of 90 sets. And so, to see the original level made for it, it's rather interesting. Now, we already do have a map named Temple, that'd be the Unholy Temple. But this is totally different. This is a level made by Jim Lowell. So, here we are. Entering JONLEVEL. As you see, it has some fancy little architecture to it. It's a lot less bare bones of a test level than you would think it'd be. It even has a grenade launcher. Look at that. I guess that's to show that, like, entities are working. But that's a fancy little ceiling thing going on up there. Yeah, look at that. So there's that to look at. Then you can follow this really fancy tunnel down. And it seems to lead to this area, which is just a large corridor leading nowhere. Unless you dive in the water. Okay, I see what's going on. You'll dive in the water, then you'll go into the hole, and then you'll basically be in a one-way hole that you can't get out of. Okay, let's follow it down. Where's it going? Where's it going, people? Wait, this isn't the one-way exit. Where am I? I have no idea, but it looks like some more fancy architecture. Yeah, Jim Lowell is definitely going out with the, let's show what THRED can do type mentality here. And so you're seeing, even for July standards, this is really complex. When you're talking about July, lots of fancy architecture all over the place. You have little ramps. Can you, like, get onto them and, like, get up to top? Not really. He made it, like, slightly too high. Let's see. There we are. Oh, but there's another way around. You're going to actually go through this doorway. So we might as well come in here and appreciate the architecture of these windows. Yes. Bill Gates. Okay, let's see here. Let's continue around. We have just a giant ring that seems to overlook the entire room. But the net, it seems to do really nothing. And now we have what's possibly the pit forward that Jim Lowell was talking about. Bullseye! Where are we going? To the pit of death, I guess. Well, down we go. Where does this lead? No one knows. I sure don't. Oh, wait, here's a hole. Okay, quick, through the hole so we can get somewhere else. Okay, where in God's name are we? I have no freaking clue, people. We're in some weird tunnel. And now we have a brick room? Okay. But it looks like this brick room doesn't have any way you can go. You can't really go up. There's no way to really go up. And, well, it doesn't look like there's anything below. If I no-clip right down here and, like, look at the floor level, is there anything I could sink into? No, there's nothing. It looks like this is basically everything. Let's actually fly to the top, since I'm rather curious what happens when you fly to the top of this giant thing. So, we're going to move up here quickly, and you're going to see there's absolutely nothing up here. It was just the illusion of something. But there's nothing up here. This is the end of the level, people. So, as can pretty much be expected, this is a bare bones test level, and therefore has the name Entering JONLEVEL, like many other THRED levels have had. So, yeah. Rather interesting, but really just a bare bones test level that goes all over the place. Bigger than your average test level, but still a test level. Though, historically, a rather interesting level to check out. And as said, probably the first level ever made that's called Entering JONLEVEL. Yeah, the first level made for THRED, and it's called Entering JONLEVEL. What a historical feat. Anyway, thank you all for watching. It has been rather pointless. It's just a bare bones test level as expected, but a historical one at that. And so thank you all for watching. As I said, it's been an adventure, and I guess I'll see you all, well, next time.